Yes, sir. As you can see, man, your boy moving and grooving. We out here somewhere in North Carolina, man, on this back road. What's this? US 16. We had to go pick up in Tennessee, Bristol, at the motorway, and take it back. Take it to the Concord, Charlotte motorway, whatever. And that's it for today, man. Actually, I was in the crib. Today was supposed to be my out day, heading back to the road, but they ran this short run by me, so why not take it and head back to the crib, right? And then see what's up tomorrow. See if they got a better situation for me tomorrow. But yeah, that's not what this about. Nah, that's not what this about. Yeah, I was on this one road and they was doing construction. One way in, one way out type of road. Like one lane, they blocked off one lane, so they had the stop sign. The people hold the stop signs and say stop, and then the other side, you flip to the other side and say slow. Yeah, so I'm sitting there, and the lady had the stop sign in front of me for a little minute, so it gave me something to think about. And I'm there thinking, like, yo, it ain't necessarily hot outside, but there are days, right, where it's gonna be hot, and there are days where it's gonna be cold, right? And I'm sitting there thinking, like, damn, bro, right now, if they paid you $100 an hour, let's say the lady was getting $100 an hour, $100 an hour, would you be able to do that position right now? Would you be able to stand outside? You being who you are, right? We ain't talking about, when you was a little kid or something like that. You being, the way you are now. Would you be able to stand outside and hold a stop sign for $100 an hour? You get your 8 hours a day, supposedly, right? Hypothetically, obviously, because I don't believe no one's making no $100 an hour standing there holding a stop sign. I'm just saying I had to bump it up for me to, I had to bump up that number per hour to make it even be feasible for me to even think that I would be able to do something like that, right? And even with the $100 an hour, it was an emphatic hell nah. Couldn't do it, can't do it, can't pay me to do that type of shit, right? So, and I had to think about, like, why? Why can't you be outside holding the stop sign, right? You ain't doing shit. Why can't you do it? And it's deeper than that. It's just not the job itself, right? It's me. It ain't the job, it's me, right? So the person that's doing that job just don't see themselves in a certain light as myself or yourself might, right? And that's what I believe, that's like one of the main things that separate people from getting to a certain position or, reaching a certain milestone, is because the person that, made it to that milestone, seen themselves and always and will continue to see themselves on this prestigious level, right? They see themselves in the highest regard, and that's very, very important. And that's one of the main reasons why your boy can't stand outside in the middle of the road holding no stop sign, right? Is it because your pride is too big, huh? Is it your ego? What's stopping you from doing that? It's not that big of a deal. It's a job, right? To an ends there's a mean. Fine, but not for everybody, all right? Everything don't work for everybody, and I know for damn sure for me it's not something that I could do, not at this time in my life, not at this position in my life. I look at myself in the highest regard. I hold myself to a high standard, right? I feel like we all should, because if you not gonna do it, who gonna do it for you? Your mama might do it for you, but your mama ain't gonna live forever. Same thing for granny, right? Those might be the only two people that will look at you more than what you actually are, right? So if you're not gonna do that for yourself, who gonna do it? And I really think that's what separates myself and the person that's picking up the towels from the big belly fat dude that just finished wiping his ass and his toes and all that shit with it and pick it up, and then you gotta go wash these things. I could not do that. I know I just went on a little tirade just a little bit, but it just popped in my brain. And I always used to wonder, like, why would you do this? Why subject yourself to this? And I'm not talking about those that may be, the government might got their foot on your neck and you got blemishes on your account. I mean, not on your account, on your damn, see, I ain't been a criminal in a long time. I can't remember the word. On your record, there we go. You might have blemishes on your record, and it might prevent you from landing certain positions. I understand that. But even with that being the case, I would not give that the final excuse, right? Because there's plenty of people that have blemishes and they made a way. They found a way. Why? Because they see themselves more than the position that was handed to them, right? You have to see yourself as that way. There's certain traits and certain attributes that some people have that others may not. And The person holding the stop sign holder, they possess an attribute and a trait that I do not have. They have the ability, possibly, I'm not sure, no for sure, but me thinking, right? They may have the ability for when someone talk at them to just shake it off and let it go, right? Because people tend to talk at you when you at a certain position. A certain position, people tend to talk at you, and we ain't going for it. I don't have that ability. I don't have that trait to just let it roll off my shoulder and me not say something. I'm gonna be unemployed immediately, right? That's just me. So does that make that person better than me, or do that make me better than them? Neither of the two, right? We all possess certain things, certain qualities that work best for the next person. There's a reason why a person could be an owner operator for 30 years and the person can't get out. He tried to be an owner operator for a year, drilled in the worst way, right? There's reasons behind that. It's not because, you know, he got some special sauce that the company driver don't got. It ain't that. It's just certain attributes that we all have, right? There's a reason why you see a truck drive down the road, said 3.2 million miles, safe miles that is. He have the ability to do something that 90% of drivers on the road cannot do. Stay in one position, one company, be safe, don't be worried about the next man, not watching the next man's pockets, and stay in his lane. That's an amazing trait to have, bro. Don't let nobody take that away from you. If you coming up on 1 million miles at a company and you safe and you all that, that's an ability that a lot of people don't have. And it should not be frowned upon in no form or fashion, bro. Do your thing. But there are traits that some people need to know that they don't have when they want to get into the side, right? To the dark side, that is, of the owner-operator life. Yeah, there's some abilities and some traits that you just don't have, my guy. And it's okay. We all need to accept that there's certain things that we're not good at and we can't do. 3 traits that I can think of off the top of my head. Number 1, you have to have the ability to manage money to the best way that you possibly can, right? That's the number 1 thing. If you can't manage money, you need to stay holding the stop sign. Just stay the stop sign holder, you'll be fine, all right? Because you'll be great at flipping that sign. As the wind blows, you'll flip that thing to the slow sign, flip it right back to the stop sign. You good at that, stay there, all right? Because if you can't manage your money, you don't have to subject it to a straight owner-operator to any position of ownership there is. You better have a level of cash flow, a level of reserve that you're gonna need. Not if, when, all right? That's number 1. Number 2, you must have, oh, this would be a stop sign holder, or, you know, the tower dude at the pilot or whatever, right? You gotta be okay with someone micromanaging you, bro. Yeah, truck drivers, yeah, you might have brokers call you, but whatever. You hang up on them and get out my face, right? But when you have a manager that's looking over your shoulders 24/7, you gotta be okay with that, man. You gotta, there's a certain skill, a certain trait, certain attribute that this person have that I do not have. And I'll admit it. I'm not okay with someone looking over my shoulder 24/7, watching me do what I do. I'm not okay with that, right? So do that make me better than them or them better than me? I'm just trying to see something, right? Now, if you had that trait, that's good for you, bro. I don't got it. I know I wouldn't be able to thrive in that predicament, in that situation. I know, right? And the third trait that I thought about, you know, actually just now, as I had to get in this lane around this dude, I don't know why it popped in my brain, but if you gotta have the uncandid ability to be okay with not being okay with. Let me say that again. You gotta have the uncandid ability of being okay with not being okay with being where you need to be at a certain point in time. Because nothing is guaranteed when you're in that, you know, position of stop sign holder, right? There's nothing. Hey, you asked for this day off. You ain't got that day off. We're gonna see what we could do, right? You're gonna have to be okay with that answer, right? And I don't have that ability. That's not part of my traits. I'm not good at accepting that a next human being could tell me that I'm gonna see what I could do for you while you at home laying up under some titties or something. I'm not okay with that. You see what I'm saying? You see my point? We all have abilities, traits, attributes. The minute that we hone in on what those are and make it work for us, you can walk with your chest poked out even if you ain't got no chest. Yeah, you could do that. You could stand in a room of ballers and you know that you ain't got a goddamn dollar in your pocket, but your confidence says otherwise. You know what I'm saying? There's just certain things that we have, and once we hone in on those things, we're gonna be better off, man. So this is not to take no shots at the dude that's picking up the towels at the pilot. You see what I'm saying? This is not to take no shots at the lady holding the stop sign in the middle of the road. But this is for those that just need that little push to think about, yo, why am I settling for this? Do I not see myself more than this? I remember J. Cole said some shit like, yo, you trying to tell me that my hour out of my life is worth $15? That's what you trying to tell me? Now, when you put it in, when you look at it from that perspective, it's crazy, right? You trying to tell me 15? You trying to tell me 1 hour of my life is worth 15 of your dollars? Hey, when you look at things from a different angle, a different prism, it just opens up a different thought process, and that's where I'm at with it, man. That's where I'm at with it. So what you gonna do? You gonna stay a stop sign holder, or you gonna tap into your attributes that you may have or may not have, and decide and figure out what's the best route for you? Because I'm telling you for real, I know people, this ain't for them. You know what I'm saying? Just because of the qualities and the attributes that you don't have, but you have other good ones, so you need to tap in with those, bro. Tap in with those and just stay in that position. Ain't nothing wrong with having that 3.2 million on the side of your truck, bro. Safe miles, ain't nothing wrong with it. But where we tend to stumble and fumble at is when we try to do more than we actually can. Just imagine you're on a football team and you got to run a play, right? But the ball fumbled and the center picked it up, right? Wouldn't you more rather the running back pick it up than the center? The center good at what he good at. But I don't want this man running no ball back. You see what I'm saying? I don't want you doing that. Why? Because you ain't gonna be great at it. Yeah, you can do it, but you ain't gonna be great at it. We all gotta tap into what we good at, man. And I'm still figuring out what I'm good at. I know what I can't do, what I can't do. I know what I won't put up with, which is most important to me. I know what I will and will not put up with. So the minute that I'm able to get in any position and I know that I could easily see what I will put up with and won't put up with, I'll know if it worked for me. So are you gonna be the stop sign holder, or are you gonna be the owner operator? Better yet, can you be the owner operator, or can you be the stop sign holder? I'm gonna try to see something. Hey, if you totally tapped in with your attributes and your traits, let me know something, man. When did you realize that, yo, this is what I can do, whatever this is? When did you realize this is what I can do? What skill, what trait, what was it that made you realize, I know this is going to work for me? Yeah, it might take some time right now, but eventually I'm going to get back, I'm going to shake back, and this is what I'm going to be doing. I need to know something. Get in the comment section, let me know. When did you realize that, yo, holding the stop sign or picking up them towels after they done wiped their ass with it wasn't for you? I'm trying to see something. We all got skills. Tap into them, make that shit work for you, and watch the outcome be the way that you always envision it to be. My uncanny ability is not giving a damn what nobody else say and gonna do my own thing, staying out the way. Out the way, K. I'm out. Holla at y'all on the next one. You did. One time.